Okay, let's talk about the whole Dr. Disrespect thing. If we even can. That's right. Nobody knows anything. That's the stupid part about all of this. It's been left up to speculation and rumor, and there are people that are trying to milk this on YouTube and other sites and things like that. But the truth of the matter is that no matter who you trust or whose videos you watch or whose live streams you watch, there is a ton that is still under wraps. And I'm not going to entertain much, if any, of the speculation that's going all over the place, because it's all over the map. Nobody has anything solid to go off of, so they're trying to come up with video content somehow. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous what people are saying. And it's ridiculous what not so credible so-called journalism organizations are saying as well, because they're filling in the dots as well. I saw an Australian site talk about the Dr. Disrespect thing, and they made some real serious character accusations about the guy, which you should not be making it's a defamation suit waiting to happen if it's not true. However, I do remember one person talking about how some of these sketchy or so-called news organizations work. And one of them actually mentioned for some of the more outlandish people or some of the more outlandish news services that constantly biff stuff all the time just to try and draw in readers with tons of clickbait, a lot of times it's more cost effective to get sued for defamation than to give up the buzz that you'll get from appearing to know what you're talking about. And that's really the slimier side of journalism in a nutshell, is that even if lawyers get involved, it's still better to be a gossip hound and spread the buzz. So I'm not going to entertain the proposal of that Australian news site. Let's stick to what is actually somewhat concrete. And over on Twitter, twitter.com/MultimediaJay, I've been posting articles, and now the articles are actually getting a little contradictory. There's one article that mentions that some of Dr. Disrespect's sponsors are cutting ties with the guy, and there's another one saying that some of them are reinstating ad campaigns despite the Twitch ban. So here's the bottom line in all of this. If you sit here F5ing a Google search result for Dr. Disrespect to get an update on what his situation is, you're probably not going to get to have a weekend. I'm telling you right now. No, seriously. Forget Dr. Disrespect until Monday. Actually, not to bring back an old Blizzard joke, but do you folks have phones? Leave some push notifications turned on over the weekend. And that's how you can best handle the Dr. Disrespect situation. Because the truth of the matter is, until Doc releases some kind of statement, or until somebody says something official, it's all going to be just a bunch of people acting like they know something. And the articles are going to say the same 6 or 7 things over and over again, because they're posting like, oh, so-and-so made a tweet about Dr. Disrespect. We're just going to, we're going to say they said this and pass it off as news. And you don't do that. Excuse me. That's a bit of an issue with secondary information. You don't want to have opinions on top of opinions on top of opinions when it comes to stuff like that. You just don't. You want to get information straight from the source. And that's why when I talked about the whole situation with Mixer, I went straight to the press release. I didn't even bother with all the articles that people were writing about with that kind of stuff. So here's what we do know before we bring up the browser and talk about a few things. Here's what we do know. So Friday, Dr. Disrespect vanished off of Twitch, and subscriptions were refunded, which means I don't know if it means as much as people say it does. People are going, oh, it must be something bad if subscriptions are getting refunded. Here's the thing, though. Twitch has been upgrading a lot of their systems lately. They have a new UI for the channels and everything. And if I was Twitch, I would want to push for a revenue model where if somebody gets banned, the subscriptions all get refunded. Number one, to reinforce the punishment that they're not on the platform, they don't get any money. Number two, to give everybody their money back. That would be an automated script. That would be something I would program into the systems. Now, I guess there have been examples where subs were allowed to continue for the rest of the month or something, and they just didn't renew. I wouldn't even go that far, because I would not give someone any kind of severance pay, so to speak, if I banned them for a month or longer. So, for 1 month or longer, any kind of suspension or ban for 1 month or longer, there should be a refund, quite frankly. So the people that are saying, oh, it didn't happen with these people, but it's happening with these people, you don't know. You're connecting dots that aren't there. Every single person that's going around saying it must be bad because Dr. Disrespect got banned and the subscriptions got refunded, you don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. If I was Twitch, from a technical perspective, that wouldn't even be a question. If somebody was off the platform for at least a month, I wouldn't want them getting any revenue, and I'd want everybody who spent money on them to get that money back. It's just good business. So, no, folks. Don't assume that things are worse than they are just because of a few things that are happening now that didn't happen before. I'd love to be the voice of reason here, and I think I should. But Twitch just upgraded a lot of its UI. There's a new channel page, there's a new other stuff, things like that. And Twitch needs to scramble because YouTube is picking up steam as a streaming platform. Now, YouTube's always going to have its problems. As we've been talking about, YouTube is the sleeping giant. YouTube Gaming's been having some very successful events lately, though. And YouTube has something that Twitch doesn't. And that is something besides streaming. So there's people already on YouTube, they know what YouTube is, and they're already clicking around. So that would help with, if they tie together uploads versus discoverability with the UI, Twitch is in trouble. Big trouble. I can imagine a situation where Twitch becomes the minor leagues and YouTube becomes the major leagues, simply because of the difference in the traffic that these platforms receive. So despite how big Twitch has gotten, if YouTube gets their stuff together, Twitch is a minor league platform. They might be able to hold on to the gaming niche or something like that, or maybe as a second platform for multi-platform creators who don't want to risk their YouTube channel to try to stream. But you're talking the difference in the traffic between Twitch and YouTube, their daily, visits and hits and stuff like that, it's not even close. So YouTube is a sleeping giant that's just waiting to wake up. It's just they have to get past their brand issues. So, for example, YouTube is a brand that's associated with watching videos, not necessarily streaming. That needs to change. YouTube also has a little bit of baggage when it comes to certain content. And, of course, their reputation for relying too much on automated systems. And that's a potential competitive advantage for Twitch, is that Twitch can keep a human factor, a human voice, going in all of this. And so as a result of all of that, Twitch can actually do some things better than YouTube if they play their cards right. But the traffic-wise, though, YouTube smokes them. When YouTube fixes some of the issues with streaming, Twitch becomes a minor league streaming platform. That's it. While YouTube becomes a major league juggernaut. And that is the reason why I'm actually not as concerned about Dr. Disrespect having a future as some other folks. Unless there was something really bad that went on, like maybe the authorities got involved, then that could be a completely different story altogether. And we know that could happen. Here's another thing that nobody's talking about. But again, stick to what has officially been released, because we don't know very much. We know that Dr. Disrespect has been completely erased from YouTube, so to speak, or from Twitch, so to speak, and subscriptions got refunded. What that all means, who knows? And people saying, oh, I got sources and sources and sources. Yeah, there might be leaks and stuff like that make it out into the public eye about what's happened with Doc. But we need to wait for the real information to show up. And I'll tell you, Monday is the day when we really start seeing things change. That's when the business world starts back up. And we start seeing some of these sponsors, if they want to part ways with Doc because of whatever's going on, then that's the thing. That's when we'll start seeing a lot of the bigger changes and things like that. So let's bring up the browser here and let's talk about something very important when it comes to, let's see which one pops up as I have multiple ones open. Okay, good. Avast Secure. Good, because I am F5ing Dr. Disrespect on Google and Mozilla Firefox, seeing if anything ever shows up. But there's an important thing to remember when it comes to the community update regarding some of the scandals that have been going on Twitch. And Twitch mentioned right here, and it's not a problem if they follow through on it. See here. We've prioritized the most severe cases and will begin issuing permanent suspensions in line with our findings immediately. So that's how people are speculating that Dr. Disrespect is permanently banned. If something bad was unearthed via some sort of something or another, then we can know that yeah, they were willing to permanently part ways with people. Let's bring this up. Let's make this nice and big. Okay. We've prioritized the most severe cases and will begin issuing permanent suspensions in line with our findings immediately. In many of the cases, the alleged incident took place off Twitch, which Twitch has policies that govern off-platform content, or off-platform conduct, excuse me. And we need more information to make a determination. In some cases, we will need to report the case to the proper authorities who are better placed to conduct a more thorough investigation. This is the big part of the Twitch blog entry that applies to the doc situation. If there was something that had to be passed off to local police or something like that, Twitch could have been the one to pass it off to them. So, we don't know, though. We don't know anything. Nobody knows anything. But the possibility is there, based on the stuff that Twitch was posting as they try to clean things up with the issues going on over on the platform. There's a very distinct chance that this could be something that Twitch passed off to authorities. And so, that would explain a lot of the silence, too. People are saying, oh, there might be lawyers and law enforcement involved. Yes, there might be. But we don't know. None of us know anything about what happened to the doc. Nothing whatsoever. We just know that, basically, he's off of Twitch, and subscriptions have been refunded, because that's something we actually have confirmation of. Everything else is people just speculating, or they don't really know anything, or they're trying to milk this for whatever publicity they can get. Another thing we know concretely is that Dr. Disrespect still has a YouTube channel. Here it is. Here it is. I've been subbed to the guy for a while. I always liked his character and whatnot. But if something bad surfaces from all of this, who knows? Maybe it'll go away. I don't know. But the big thing here is, theoretically, if this turned out to be an internal issue between him and Twitch specifically, some sort of something or another, then he could just go to YouTube. We'll see what happens. I mean, he still has the channel going, still stream on YouTube. YouTube's a pretty beefy platform that could use more talent right now. All of this, however, depends on what specifically happened to cause all of this, which we don't know. So that's the kicker with all of this. So let's see here. Yep, full YouTube channel. Any semblance of any live streaming or anything? I don't know. But the other thing we have to keep in mind too is some of the silence might be due to if Twitch has decided to end their relationship with the doc, they have to sort out all the agreements they might have had with him. So there might be things involving contracts or something like that. The big one that I'm curious about, as somebody with a business background, is non-compete clauses. What were those clauses? I probably can never get an answer to that. I probably cannot get an answer to that. But what non-compete clauses was Dr. Disrespect? What did he sign off on? That's my question. Because having seen some of this myself in the world of business, it's possible, and it sometimes has made the news because people are very upset about these kinds of moves. I've seen in the world of business where a non-compete clause can have a cooldown period that takes effect when you part ways with an organization. So you agree by signing on the dotted line that you will provide XYZ services exclusively to this company for the duration of your employment with the company and a period of up to 1 year afterwards. So, and of course, to try and get out of that, you got to get lawyers involved. That would actually be a formal legal matter that needs to be best left to the expertise of lawyers. So, but that's my question as well. If Twitch has said we're done, and Dr. Disrespect is done on Twitch, what sort of stuff does he have to do now to be able to do anything anywhere else? That's my question. What did he sign off on that's in play that would have to be challenged and, sorted out before he could, say, become a YouTube streamer or something, or go back to making YouTube videos? That's the question that I have about all of this. What sort of stuff is still in play? And, of course, a lot of people have questions about this whole Dr. Disrespect thing, but nobody's going to have any answers. I think until we see something like a statement or something, not going to happen. And we're probably looking at Monday for the next big thing, the next big development in all of this stuff. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, do we want to have a weekend? And we should want to have a weekend. So it's not a good idea. Don't worry about the Dr. Disrespect thing. We'll probably get answers on Monday. Maybe. If not before then. And it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world if we miss the announcement sometime before Monday. The bottom line is, whatever is going on with Dr. Disrespect should not cost you your weekend. So it's not worth sitting there constantly Google searching, looking for something to post. We have push notifications. Use your phone, folks. That's what it's there for. You can actually sub to Google search results. I'm actually right here. Stay up to date with results on Dr. Disrespect. I can create an alert to send anything new that pops up to my phone. The problem with doing this would be that all of these news folks that are running their stories, are saying the same few things over and over again about the same few tweets over and over again, this, that, and the other. So that's the problem that we face with this kind of stuff, is you're going to get a lot of spam if you do that. But we can also do a search for his offline name, Herschel Beam Police Report, if authorities were involved. If authorities were involved, then... Let's see here. If authorities were involved, then that will eventually show up in some kind of local news. But again, we might be waiting until Monday if there was anything involving the police. So the best thing we can do is just sit tight and have a weekend, enjoy a weekend, have some fun. Because whatever this is probably not worth losing your weekend over. But I've got this here. Just keep... Nope, I'm still not getting anything. Anything else? How about on Reddit? Of course, there'll probably be a lot of false positives on Reddit as well. Essentially, sports is permanent. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Violation of community guidelines. Oh, what does Engadget say about all of this? Probably nothing exciting. Let's mute the tab. Height of a reckoning on Twitch. That he violated the site's community guidelines and terms of service. Well, that's what the official statement, the very nebulous, generic form letter statement from Twitch said. They're probably not going to go into detail on that because disciplinary action is a private matter in many of these cases. Oh yeah, here we go. Twitch has not detailed the specifics of the docs ban or what exactly happened to enact it, though several insiders report it will be permanent. Okay. Do we know anything about any of this? That's the thing. Or are people so desperate to break the story that they'll just... Alright, let's get off of this. So yes, the doc still has a YouTube channel. And I think the big thing we have to keep an eye on is what happens with it. Yeah, what happens with it? So he also has other social medias as well. Let's see here. Anything popping up on Twitter? We want to go back over there anyways. He even still has his Twitch link up, which is obviously broken. Twitch. Unless you have a time machine, this content is unavailable. Indeed. So let's see here. Anything up? Stream schedule. And the retweet from the 25th. So the other question we have to ask ourselves is this a situation where he had to spend a night in jail? And if he posts bail, gets out, and does all this other stuff, then what? But again, it's all speculation. I don't know anything, and I can't know anything. Neither can anybody else who's pretending to know anything or just try and drum this up for clicks and stuff on the internet. Let's check on Twitter. Well, the interesting thing is that he trended last night. See, there we go. Oh, here's something new from Mr. Slasher here. Anonymous Reddit post 4chan text and Keemstar. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. Yeah. See that? Oh, look, Ice Poseidon has something. I'll check that out after the stream. Ice Poseidon has something that I'll check out after the stream. But yeah, Slasher retweeted it, so I'll be sure to check it out. What even is this? Not gonna play it on stream. Not even gonna play it on stream or anything. But yeah, I'm looking through Twitter right now. Let's see what we got on here. Dr. Disrespect was trending last night. So was Alinity, by the way. What's she doing? Oh, let's see here. Yes, millennials. I was very surprised to find out that Alinity was over 30. So I'd say she does a pretty good job with, that kind of stuff here. But that's part of an issue that I think she's going to run into. I think she's going to cause more and more drama until her streaming career is over because of that. So age is very brutal sometimes to folks on a photogenic platform like this. So, but that's a totally different discussion. Let's see, you live in their heads, rent-free, queen. Can't stop thinking about you. You live in mine too. I feel the connection. Haters get me trending every time someone gets banned. Thanks, I guess. Sorry, madam. Reputation, reputation, reputation. You can't handle people on the internet. then you're going to be very miserable on the internet. So yes. Let's see. Let's check Twitter. I told you this would be a more relaxed discussion here. I'm so invested in this whole Dr. Disrespect situation. This is the most intense cliffhanger I've ever seen, and all the conspiracies are effing wild. Yeah, of course. Now, of course, the last few minutes of Doc's last stream have made it over to YouTube, and people have been looking at that with a fine-tooth comb. People think that he knew something was going to happen, or something along those lines here. Yes, nobody has said anything. We probably will not hear anything until at least Monday. I'm just seeing what people are saying. Etc., etc. He was watching... Yeah, he was watching something with Roblox or something. It's a game I've heard of but never played. Is it like Minecraft or something? Lots of rumors floating around about Dr. Disrespect being raided or arrested. Not a single one substantiated so far. Yes, that is true. Yeah, that is true. People are just going to pretend they know stuff because it gets them clicks and stuff like that. Let's see here. I'll bet I can find stuff on YouTube very easily. Got the Doc's YouTube open. Let's see. Dr. Disrespect YouTube search results. Besides his page, of course. Yeah, Leafy. Yeah. I banned him on site on my YouTube channel. If he ever shows up on here, he's going to be banned on site as well. He's another one of those guys that milks drama for everything. Review Tech USA. Why the hell did Dr. Disrespect get permanently banned? I'm sure it's another video where he just speculates. Somebody else thinks he got arrested and raided by the FBI. That's people. They don't know anything, so they're going to go nuts trying to make themselves feel better. And they just don't know. It's sad what people will do. What we're seeing here, though, is exactly how misinformation spreads. Somebody doesn't know something, and they have no way, or they don't want to go to all the trouble to know it the real way, so they kind of fabricate things in their head to make themselves feel better. But then they pass that along to others. So, oh boy. So much speculation everywhere. I'm actually going to probably watch some of this on stream. The quartering, Dr. Disrespect. Why Dr. Disrespect just got perma-banned? We don't know that. We don't know that. There is one thing, though, and it's interesting that one of the things that comes up with Dr. Disrespect in the search results is the important announcement that he was spending the rest of this month doing charity with whatever donos came in and stuff like that. That's, of course, led to some more speculation that something went horribly wrong on the tax side of all of that. But, again, nobody knows anything. Nothing. Nobody knows anything. Nobody can know anything. The end. We need to wait for the update on this, and it's doubtful that there will be an update anytime before Monday. Dr. Disrespect Discord. There's an update from his, an update in Dr. Disrespect's Discord. Yeah, this is on Twitter. Baseless speculations and or rumors will not be tolerated in the Discord. Be patient and wait for Doc to release an official statement. No way do we fall for the phoniness. Let's see here. Ice Poseidon. I gotta see that video. Let's see. Really curious as to what happened. Fanboys get on my nerves. That's what someone posted anyways. This time it's reportedly permanent. See, that's the other thing. The ass covering that the media does to protect themselves from liability. Reportedly, allegedly, lets them say stuff they don't actually know because someone else said it. Well, we know from this source or that source that this is the You know what? If we want to see more false positives, probably one of the best things we can do is look at Reddit. Oh, he does have he has a Champions Club Reddit. Dr. Disrespect banned from Twitch mega post. Let's see here. Log in. I could log into Reddit and turn on dark mode. Is there a dark mode that I can turn on over here? Yes, night mode. I don't even have to log in. Sweet. Good. Mega post part 2 pinned by the moderators. San Diego judge sentences man to jail for impersonating a doctor. I told you there'd be a lot of false positives here. It's Reddit, ladies and gentlemen. Game Fuel changed their banner back to Doc. What's up? How has this not leaked yet? Movie leaks, video game leaks, TV show leaks, reason for Dr. Disrespect being banned from Twitch. Let's see, somebody said, everyone had to sign an NDA by the US government today. Apparently there's a huge rock headed towards Earth and Doc is taking a crew to drill the asteroid. You see, when it's people not being serious, it gets even funnier. Yeah, when people are just trolling on Reddit. Well, let's look at the mega post here. Champions, as of now, we still have no idea why the doc was banned. While many baseless and frankly insane theories have been circling around, there have been no update from any reliable sources. As soon as any trustworthy information is received from reliable sources, I will update. The previous post can be seen if you follow this link. The only update we received from Mrs. Assassin was the following message. The outpouring of love, support, strength, and kindness from the arena has truly been overwhelming. You all have made my heart full, and I cannot thank you enough. No one better out there than the Champions Club. You guys are amazing. Much love to you all. I ask that all discussion be kept to this single post. All of the new posts will be removed and deleted. Please report all harassment, disgusting language, and behavior as Layercake put it on the official Discord. None of the mods know what happened or why Doc was banned. Until then, relax. Keep an eye on his Twitter. Most of all, say champion-like. Repetitive, baseless rumors, trolling, and speculative posts will be removed. So that's the thing. Nobody knows. Nobody knows, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody knows. Doc's YouTube videos don't get nearly enough credit. I've been watching gaming videos for as long as I've known YouTube had them, and to this day, Doc's videos are some of the best, most interesting, and highest quality I watch. He does a fantastic job not letting games drag out, splicing in stream convos, and making it quick and interesting. This man knows what he's doing. Yes, actually, Dr. Disrespect had some real serious production value behind what he does. He inspired streamers, he inspired YouTubers. I've been impressed by, I know it's cheesy green screen a lot of the times, but just being as creative as he and his team was with all of that was really awesome. Then the 80s action montage, even at the end of his last stream, after he F-bombs his way off of the broadcast, it's cool to see cute little 80s montage like that, like join the Champions Club. So, yeah, that's the thing here. This is something, if whatever Twitch decided to do here, this is definitely not this was not a light decision by anybody at Twitch, I can tell you that much. Even though I don't have any clue about any of this, I can speculate and probably be right on the nose that this was a huge thing. But if there is something pending, like an investigation or something like that, we're not going to get anywhere. And something else we should probably mention is, if the police are involved, and this is something I see from local news all the time, whenever the police get involved, information such as names and critical whatever it is will often be withheld until the police decide to release the information. So if there was something involving law enforcement, we probably are going to end up waiting for that as well, just like we would if it was some kind of corporate thing. So Monday's the big day, ladies and gentlemen. Monday is the big day to find out what on earth the deal was with Dr. Disrespect. If we don't hear anything before then, Monday would be probably the day to watch the notifications on your phones. We're going to go to an intermission, and when we come back, who knows? People want to say stuff in chat, they're more than welcome to. Otherwise, I want to talk a little bit more about the stuff that I talked about yesterday and actually try to be a little more coherent. But this, hands down, is what we're going to say about the Dr. Disrespect thing. There's a lot of people that don't know what they're talking about. They have no way of knowing what they're talking about. The best thing you can do when it comes to this Dr. Disrespect thing is get out of this whole discussion and just go enjoy your weekend. Because if you sit here F5ing all the time like I've been doing, trying to get the latest bleeding edge update, you're not going to get to have any kind of weekend whatsoever. Let's do it one last time. Anything new? Oh, what do you know? Of course not. The same old tweets. over and over again. The same old news stories over and over again. And the same old stuff being said by whatever is being posted all over and over again. It's just that news establishments are basically getting to the story when they get to it. So there's not gonna be any good information on any of this until something official comes out. And that's all I have to say to that. This is MultimediaJay radio style. Don't touch that dial.
MultimediaJay radio style.